Hello, and welcome to the last session of the intro series, session number 6. Today, we're going to be focusing on learning basic principles and a few basic poses in the realm of back bending. So back bends are just upper body poses that help us expand and open and stretch out muscles in the upper part of the body. Open like the chest, the shoulders, since we're kind of like sitting and doing a lot of like this, so you really want to create space and open, create expansion so that you can breathe better, so you can avoid having tension in the neck, the shoulders, etc. So few key things that we have to do, and we've been doing this throughout the series, is to keep the strength, the legs hugging in, right? So you really have to make sure that your hips are stable and squared, so that hugging in, it's really key for back bending. Another key principle is to keep the spine long, the sides of the body longer, which we've been doing the whole time. And then the shoulders back, really. You don't want to kind of create opening with the shoulders rolling forward. You want to make sure the shoulders are moving back to create space, and so that all the bones come where they are supposed to be in a general way. So we're going to do a little bit of warm-ups to start, just so that we don't go like super cold into it. Some of you may be doing one of these classes, one per day, one every couple days. If you just finished the previous class, you may be a little warmer, but assuming that this is the only thing your class you're doing today, so we're going to open up and warm up a little before we get into the specific poses that I want to show you today. So to start, come into your mat in all fours, hands and knees, and as always, make sure your 2 blocks are the front of the mat. You have your strap in case you need it, a blanket or towel. And we're going to come into all fours, hands and knees. So key things here, when you come into all fours, you want to make sure that your hands are outer shoulder distance apart. So this will be your outer shoulder, this will be your inner shoulder, right? So outer shoulder distance apart, so they're not too close. If they're too close, you're kind of like shortening and compressing, and you want to do the opposite. Index fingers pointing straight forward towards the top of your mat, not turned in or out, so that the wrist creases, these lines right here, form like straight lines that are parallel to the top edge of your mat and parallel to one another, so that the hands are in line. You don't have one that's a little further forward than the other. Okay, knees, instead of having them straight under your hips, go slightly behind the hips. Long spine. Take a deep breath in here first. Close your eyes and get settled into your breath. The awareness of your body, the decision that you are taking, the shape that you're taking down now. Your hands and your knees. Notice the weight on your hands, knees, shins, and tops of your feet. Breathe. Okay, so let's start with cow pose. So inhale and stick your booty back, lengthen your spine. Front of the thighs back, stick the booty back, arch your spine, look forward. And exhale, draw your navel and ribs into your spine, away from the floor, as you bring your chin towards your chest and round your upper body like a cat. Navel into the spine like crazy, round. Inhale, begin to lift your head, lengthen your spine, stick your booty back, front of the thighs back, look forward, lift your chin slightly. Try to go for drawing your shoulder blades in, your scapula. Exhale, pushing the floor away with your hands. Draw your navel and ribs up away from the floor into your spine, chin to chest. Round. Inhale again, lift and lengthen. Thighs back. Lift your chin, cow pose. Exhale, push the floor away, engage your core by drawing navel and ribs up away from the floor. Just one more round. Inhale, lift, and lengthen. Move slow, thighs back, stick your booty out, cow pose. Exhale, push the floor away, draw your navel and ribs away from the ground. Cat. Inhale, lift, and lengthen, thighs back. Exhale, stick your booty back and bring your big toes to touch, knees apart. Move your hips back towards your heels. Come into child's pose. Lower your forearms and forehead to the ground. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your forehead and your forearms off the floor. Keep your arms straight. Bring the palm of your right hand up and underneath the left arm, like so, right? Now, this bottom hand, instead of keeping the palm of the hand down, cup your hands. You're on your fingertips. Move your hand towards you a little. Bend the elbow. Take a deep breath in. Stick your booty back and begin to lower that right shoulder down towards the floor. If it makes it all the way down to the floor, good. If it doesn't, good too. Wherever you are is great. That left elbow, bend it up and turn to look underneath your left armpit. So it's a gentle twist. Stick your booty back. Navel in. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale to come out of that twist. Right hand down, left palm up, other side. So bring the arm underneath. Come to your fingertips on the right hand. Bring the hand closer to you, bend the elbow. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stick your booty back. Lower the left shoulder down towards the ground. Lift that right elbow up. Look underneath that right armpit. You may be feeling a little bit of a stretch in the upper back, the shoulder blade area. That's the idea here. Stick your booty back, deepen your breath. Inhale, come back to center. Very good. And exhale, child's pose. Forearms and forehead to the ground. Inhale, come back up. Walk your hands towards you a little. Come to your fingertips, right? Bend your elbows up to the sides. Stick your booty back. Take a deep breath in. Stick your booty back. Lift your chest. Lengthen your spine. Now, try to lower your chest, your heart, the center of your chest, down towards the ground. Don't just drop all the way down. Keep your elbows bent and drop down. Shoulder blades. So imagine that your armpits are like suctioning and sucking up away from the floor up. That gets your shoulder blades to the back of your body to come a little closer towards one another. And then come back. Come up to standing. Very good. Interlace your fingers behind your back and bring the heels of your hands together. So heels of your hands not together. If this heels of your hands together, hands to your low back, to your sacrum area. Feet inner hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in. Move your thighs back. Sides of your body are long, so notice, take an inhale. Your shoulders are floating up towards your ears as you inhale. They do this naturally, so that's the length in your spine, the sides of your body are long. Keeping that, move your shoulders back. Draw your elbows towards one another. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, navel into the spine like we did in the previous session. Keep your elbows bent and your hands on your sacrum, chin in line with your chest. So you're not dropping your chin down. You're not lifting your head up. You want to make sure that your neck is long, that the natural curve in the neck, in the cervical spine is natural, so that the neck is in line with the rest of your spine, right? To keep your chin tucked in, don't drop, don't lift. That's key for back bending. And slowly release. Shake your arms, roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders forward and back again. Turn your head to one side, to the other. It's a little bit of warming up there. Let me see, I'm coming to my cheat sheet to see, okay. I'm just gonna do a couple more poses just to warm up the lower body a little. So bring your blocks in front of you in the tallest position, feet near hip distance apart. Inhale, reach arms up overhead, draw your navel to the spine, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, stick your booty back, lower down, belly to your thighs, Uttanasana, hands to the blocks in front of you, belly to your thigh. Inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, straight arms and back, cow pose, thighs back, long spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold over your legs. Two more just like that. Inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, thighs back. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold over your legs. Once more. Inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. This time, as you exhale, slide the blocks in line with your feet, step your left leg back and bend your right knee at a 90-degree angle. You already know all of this things. Pressing your feet into the earth, hug the imaginary blocks, stick your booty back. Inhale here and exhale. Stick your booty back. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward. Uttanasana. Belly to your thighs. Slide the blocks forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Move your thighs back, long spine. Exhale, right leg back. Left knee bends at a 90-degree angle and your blocks are in line with the front foot. Hugging your legs in as you breathe. Front of the thighs move back. Stick your booty back. Navel into your spine away from the floor. Just breathe here. One more full inhale. And exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, step forward, slide the blocks forward. Uttanasana, belly to your thumbs, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands to your hips, point your shoulders and elbows up, stick your booty back, and pressing down to your feet, come up to standing. Okay, again, awareness. Bring one hand to your lower belly below your navel, and one to your low back. Yeah. So take a deep breath in. I'm gonna stay on the sides so you see. Deep breath in. Sides of your body get longer naturally. Shoulders float up towards your ears. Now move the fronts of the thighs back. Move your shoulders back. Draw your navel into the spine and notice the lower belly toning and lifting and the low back sort of lengthening down, right? That's a core engagement that you want to keep. Keep that going and release your arms back down. Key and important. Okay, I'm going to show you the first pose, and I suggest that you watch it first and then we'll do it together. Why? Because you're going to be laying on your belly. So if you just try to go with the instructions and you've never done or seen this before, it's going to be very confusing. You're on your belly trying to look at the camera. It's going to be really hard. Okay, so the first pose we're going to do is a prep for Cobra pose, for Bhujangasana, okay? And the way it is going to be laying down on the belly, right? And the hands are gonna be by the side ribs, not by the shoulders, by your side ribs right here, okay? You keep your neck low, and I think one of my cats is coming. And lower your forehead to the ground. Okay, just watch first. Press your feet down, press your knees down, and hug the imaginary block in between your legs. Keep those actions going. Take a deep breath in. The shoulders move towards the ears. Lift your shoulders up away from the floor. See, just the shoulders. The head stays down. Hands off the floor. One more inhale. As you exhale, you draw your navel into the spine away from the floor and lift your head and chest up. This is a Cobra preparation. Keep the neck long. Don't do this, that you're shortening your neck. Just keep your neck long. You're lifting with the legs pressing down, with the navel drawing into your spine. So the strength of your legs and your core lifts your upper body up. Not your head, your upper body. And come down. okay? So come and lay on your belly. And as you lay on your belly, so feel your feet, tops of your feet, forehead to the ground. Actually, before you place your forehead down, look at your hands and make sure they're placed on either sides of the wrist. They're not in front here, just here. Then you got that. Lower your forehead to the floor. Press your feet down, your knees down, and hug your legs in. Keep those actions as you inhale. And lift your shoulders up away from the floor. Keep your head down, forehead down, shoulders up away from the floor. That's like shoulders back. Now lift your hands off the floor. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, navel into the spine. Lift your chest and head together. Keep your neck long. So look at the tip of your nose. Press your legs down, hug your legs in, draw your navel into your spine. Breathe deeply. One more breath. Keep pressing your legs down and drawing your navel away from the floor. Try to see if you can lift your chest up higher. Your chest, not your head. And exhale, come down. Push the floor away, come up to seated. Watch the next one, which will be a cobra pose, Bhujangasana, using the hands. So we're gonna get to it, like we're gonna repeat the same thing we just did and just add something, which is gonna be the hands, okay? Watch first. Again, I suggest you watch and then we'll do it together. So press the tops of your feet, knees down, hug the legs in. Hands in line with the ribs, forehead to the ground. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, your shoulders come up away from the floor. Your hands come up away from the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, navel to the spine, chest, and head up. Once you're up here, you're going to lower your hands down. All you're going to do is place them down on the ground. Index fingers pointing forward, hands outer shoulder distance apart, and then claw the floor. Push your fingers into the ground, fingertips into the ground to come up a little higher. That's a baby cobra. Don't lift your head. The strength is not coming from your head lifting. It's your legs pressing down, your navel into the spine, your legs hugging in. It's your chest, not your head. Keep your neck long. And then come down. Okay. Come to your belly. These are trickier poses to learn, especially virtually without somebody looking at you and giving you specific adjustments. So as usually I say, try this. If you have any questions, you can take videos of yourself, or we can do a session if you want. Just like email me and we can look into what you're doing, okay? So once more, hands on either sides of the ribs, forehead down. Press the tops of your feet and your knees down and hug the imaginary block in between your legs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift your shoulders up away from the floor. Take your hands off the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, navel to the spine. Lift your chest up. Your head comes with your chest. Now lower your hands. Placing your hands on the ground. Hands outer shoulder distance apart. Index fingers pointing forward. Press your fingertips into the floor like crazy. And push off your hands a little as you draw your navel into the spine to come up a little higher. Navel and keep your neck long. Don't lift your chin. Don't lower your chin. Just keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. One more breath. Press your legs down. Draw your navel into the spine. See if you come up a little higher. Bhujangasana. And exhale, come back down. Inhale here. Exhale, push up and back, child's pose. Stick your booty back. Stick your booty back. Big toes touching. Forearms and forehead to the floor. Ribcage to your thighs. Just breathe. Very good. Very good. The next pose we're going to do is locust pose, Shalavasana. Okay, so this interlacing of the fingers with the shoulders back is the same thing you're going to need right here for this pose, only you're going to be laying down on your belly. Okay, so for this one, I think we can do it together. You may not necessarily need to watch it because you already sort of got an idea of, like, it's the same actions as in Cobra pose. So come to lay on your belly. And if you want to watch it and then do it, please do. We're gonna do it 2 times. You can watch the first one if you want. This time, instead of having your hands down, interlace your fingers behind your back, hands on top of your sacrum. Bring the heels of your hands together. Your elbows are bent. Press the tops of your feet down. So your feet are pressing down, your knees are pressing down, and you're hugging the imaginary block with your legs, right? Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, move your shoulders up away from the floor. Inhale here. Exhale, navel into the spine. Lift your chest off the ground. Your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. Keep drawing your navel into the spine. Deepen your breath. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then come back down. Lower your hands down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come back up into an all four. Stick your booty back and come into child's pose. Inhale, come up all fours. Exhale, come to your belly. We're gonna do it one more time. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Bring your forehead to the ground. Press your feet down, knees down. Draw your legs in. Keeping that, take a deep breath in. Move your shoulders up away from the floor. Keep the heels of your hands together. Exhale, navel to the spine. Lift your chest up. Your head comes with your chest. So you will notice that your legs want to get lighter, and your job is to try to keep pressing the tops of your feet and knees down, navel into the spine. Keep lifting your chest up. Deepen your breath. Shalabhasana locust pose, and this is a variation of the pose. There are many things you can do with your arms. And then exhale, come down. Hands to the ground on either sides of the ribs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, all fours. Stick your booty back. Push back into child's pose. Forearms and forehead to the ground. Breathe here. And again, you may sit back up and really watch the next one. The next one is one you want to watch. Remember that I'm showing you modifications and variations of the classical form of the pose, of all of the poses, just to make them more accessible and to also help you learn actions that you can do with your muscles, in your body, like to really make sure you learn to do this with strength and flexibility and right engagement. Try to keep the integrity so that in the long run, you remain safe and free from injury. You're gonna get stronger. And eventually as you go, you can learn other shapes, other variations, and eventually get to the classical form of the pose. Just know that these variations exist to make it more accessible as you're learning. Because you're gonna obviously see different versions of this in my classes or in other teachers' classes. So keep that in mind. The next one is going to be bow pose Dhanurasana, and I suggest you watch first because it's a different shape than the ones that we tried, okay? So it's still on the belly, only this time with the knees bent. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into, like, again, steps, but what we're gonna do is reach for the feet. So you're gonna start with your hands on either sides of your ribs, like we did at the beginning with Cobra pose, and your forehead on the ground. You spread your toes and inhale fully. Shoulders up away from the floor. Press the knees down, hug the legs in, navel into the spine. Now, lift the hands off the ground. Keep hugging the legs in and the knees pressing down as you lift your chest. Your head comes with your chest. You can stay right here. For some of you, this is going to be just the right thing to do. For others, you may want to try to reach back, and you may possibly catch the tops of your feet or your ankles, okay? Whatever you are, if you open your legs out to try to reach for your ankles, that is okay. Now, just make sure that you hug your legs back in if that's the case. You keep pressing the knees down and pulling your navel into the spine. Keep your neck long so you're not lifting your chin up. And if you're holding your legs with your hands, your feet, your legs, you press the legs back into your hands to come up higher. You keep pressing the knees down and drawing your navel into the spine. Dhanurasana bow pose. And I love this one. It's a really good stretch and opening. And then slowly come down, release, hands to the ground, push off into old fours, stick the booty back, and then child's pose to rest. Okay, let's give it a try. So come down to your belly, deepen your breath. Very good. And then if you feel that the backs of your legs are cramping when you're doing these poses, that means you need to warm up the backs of your legs even more. So the first few poses we did at the beginning, lengthening Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, are things you can do those a few more times, okay? So bend your knees, hands on either sides of the ribs, okay? Forehead to the ground, press your knees down, hug your legs in, keep that. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders come up away from the floor. And bring your hands off the floor. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw your navel into the spine. Keep pressing the knees down and hugging your legs in. Lift your chest up. Very good. Keep your neck long, so don't lift your chin. You can stay here or reach back. See if you can touch your feet. If you can hug them. Hug your legs in. Deepen your breath. Wherever you are, whether you're holding your feet or not, keep pressing the knees down and pulling your navel away from the floor into your spine. And if you're holding your feet, you kick them back into your hands to come up a little higher. Knees down, navel into the spine. Very good. And exhale, come down. Release your feet, hands to the ground, deep breath in. Shoulders up, exhale, stick your booty back, all fours. Child's pose. We're going to do this one more time. Come back down to your belly. Bend your knees, hands on either sides of the ribs. Pressing your knees down, hug your legs in, take a deep breath in. Lift your shoulders up away from the floor. Draw your navel into the spine, hands off the ground. Inhale. Exhale, pressing your knees down and navel to the spine, lift your chest. When your head comes with your chest, either stay here or reach for your feet. Hug your legs in again. Navel into the spine, press your knees down, navel into the spine, and kick your feet into your hands if you're holding your feet. Dhanurasana bow pose. Deepen your breath. Once more. And slowly as you exhale, come back down, release your feet. Hands on either sides of the ribs. Take a deep breath in. Shoulders up. Navel in, come up all fours. Stick your booty back. Stick your booty back. So that's bending for the low back after back bending. And forearms and forehead to the ground. Inhale, come up. Turn your feet to one side and come to lay on your back. So you lay on your back. Place your feet as wide as the outer edges of the mat. Bring your knees together. Bring your attention and awareness to your lower back. And notice, is your low back touching the ground? If it is flat. And that is not the natural curve of your low back. Okay, so what you want to do is stick your booty out, lower your sits bones to the ground. Just make sure that you recreate the natural curvature in the lower back so that there is space between your low back and the floor. Feet apart, knees together, sitting bones lowering down, sticking your booty out. So here we're resetting the spine. right? We just want to make sure we come back to the natural curves, especially after back bending. We're gonna keep a little more space by twisting. So stretch arms out to the sides in a T shape or cactus shape. You already know to keep your elbows as high as your shoulders, with your wrist as high as your shoulders, if your arms are straight. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, navel to the spine. Keep your feet wide, spread your knees apart. Keep sticking your booty out and your core engaged, navel to the spine. As you bring your knees to your right and your head to the left. Gentle twist. And breathe. Inhale to bring your legs and head back to center. Stick your booty out, navel to the spine. Exhale over to the other side, knees to the left, your head to the right. And breathe. Windshield wipers is this pose. Inhale, bring your head and your legs back to center. Bring your legs towards your chest. Rock from side to side. Place your feet on the ground. Straighten your legs for Shavasana. Palms facing up. I'm going to be here for a couple of minutes until you hear the sound of bells. I'll walk you out of the pose. So just take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth, go Release the control of your breath. Everybody breathe you naturally, effortlessly. While your awareness remains attentive to the natural ebb and flow of the breath moving through you. Noticing the weight of your body resting on the ground. The movements the breath creates within you. So the back of your body is moving against the earth beneath you. Backs of your shoulders and back ribs pressing into the ground with your breath. Your belly and chest rising and falling. Anytime your mind begins to drift away from the awareness of your body in this moment, and your breath, so you notice that happening. Notice your breath again. Come back to this moment. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Gently move your head from side to side. As you bring your head back to center, roll off to your right hand side and rest on the side of your body just for a brief moment in a fetal position. And pressing the floor away with your hands, come back up to seated. May sit on a block or a blanket just to raise your pelvis and make it a little easier to sit. Stick your booty out. You want to recreate that curvature in the low back. Close your eyes, navel to the spine, shoulders back. Deepen your breath. And take a moment to pause, notice and feel and savor your inner experience right now. What you feel like in your physical body, the state of your mind, anything that's arising into your awareness, whether it's a thought, an emotion, a sensation in your body, a feeling, anything. This is when you practice yoga. It's not just when you do yoga poses on the mat. Really practicing being mindful of every moment, during every moment. Noticing your breath, your body, what's happening to your mind, to your emotions, acknowledging your inner experience and being able to integrate what's going on within you so that you may choose your actions, your words, your decisions from a deeper place of more awareness and connection that can honor and may honor what you truly, really wish to be, how you really want to be in the world. What you want to be for yourself, with yourself, how you want to be with everyone around you. Living from a deeper place of awareness, connection. So please join your hands together in front of your heart, prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Thank you for joining this journey of learning the basics, the very, very basics of yoga with me. I hope it has been helpful, enjoyable, and thank you. Thank you for your trust and your confidence to join, watch this. I hope you learned. Namaste. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within you. Thank you. As usual, please let me know if you have any questions, comments, you want to see adjustments, anything that you are unsure about, whether it's physical, whether it's a concept about yoga, any questions you may have, feel free to drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. Namaste.